Hey there, I've got a cool little knife here. This knife was a collaborative effort between Wenger and EKA of Sweden. We're all familiar with Wenger, but EKA of Sweden is also a very storied knife company. They still make knives today, and their history dates back all the way to 1882. These knives were jointly marketed by those two companies under the name The Wood Collection. They were sold in a box. It just said The Wood Collection, the best from Wenger of Switzerland and EKA of Sweden, and then had both trademarks on the box. There were three knives in the series. The Wood 1, which was based on Wenger's smaller Esquire, their 65 millimeter two-layer knife. There was the Wood 2, which was based on Wenger's Commander, 85 millimeter two-layer knife. And then the Wood 3, which I have here, which was based on Wenger's Traveler, which, as you can see, is a three-layer knife, and it adds scissors. But the first thing you notice about this knife are these scales. This is very characteristic of EKA. This is kind of their trademark, these wood scales with these prominent brass screws. And if you go to their website today, you'll see a lot of knives that still have these wood scales and this pattern. But it turns out that this wood is Babenga wood, which is an African hardwood. And in addition to being very fun to say, Babenga is also very hard. Turns out it's got twice the surface hardness of white oak. It's harder than hard maple. And it even exceeds persimmon, which has been used to make golf club heads, so you know that's hard. It has a shear strength that exceeds most commercially available woods, so it's very, very resistant to splitting or breaking. It's also just got a really nice look to it. Sometimes it's called African redwood because it kind of has a reddish hue to it. So very well done, and it makes the knife feel very solid, and not real heavy, but just a nice solid feel to it. So let's just take a look at the knife. Again, this is like a Wenger Traveler. Here's the can opener. Very useful. A little bit of a soft close on that. I have not oiled this knife yet, so that might help. Here's the screwdriver cap lifter with Wenger's patented pressure lock system, so when you push down on it, it won't close. Also Wenger's patented scissor design with the captive spring bar and the micro serrations on the edges here that are supposed to be self-sharpening. This knife also has a nail tool. So nail cleaner, nail file on the proper side, on the outside where it won't rub the big blade. I like that. And then the main blade, which is Wenger's nice bellied spear point blade. This blade looks virtually unused. It does have the factory edge, just some minor marks, you know, from closing and opening. I would say this knife really had never seen any hard use for sure. Looks practically new. The only thing that you'll see are some depressions or dings in the scale here. I really can't find any other material flaws to tell you about. On the back tools you have the corkscrew, nice clean liners, and then Wenger's unsharpened puncher all over here. That's just so easy to get to with the cutout and the nail nick on the outside. One nice thing I like about these scales, I need to kind of go back to that, but if you look inside here, you can see that these scales aren't just laid on that aluminum liner. Now that aluminum liner is recessed into those scales. They've routed that out and fit those scales around those aluminum liners. Here, it might be easier to see on the back. Here you see no aluminum liner here. Just a hint right here. So those are very carefully fitted on there. Now that's good craftsmanship. So I just think it's a very attractive, solid feeling knife. You don't see them very often, and I think some people don't really quite understand what they are. But it's a really cool knife. I think they quit making them around 2008. I'm not totally sure about that. But they aren't easy to get, and this is one in very nice condition. That'll be for sale on my Etsy shop. Thanks for watching, and have fun collecting.